In the grandiloquent discourse of DJ Akademiks, we find ourselves entwined in the sagacious unraveling of Destiny's tumultuous divorce from Melina, a digital drama echoing through the corridors of discord and resonating in the minds of the digital cognoscenti.
Yeah, I think I got it. It was like a Discord message?
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Okay, yep. Big Ack is even up in the subreddits, man. Stop playing me, man.
Holy.
I'm in everybody's subreddit except my own.
Holy.
Oh, man. Yo, Destiny says, I'll have a small convo when I'm back about things. I'm not going to nuke Melina. I think that's his wife's name. Either. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to nuke Melina or anything, but the last 2 months and the 2 weeks have been a massive mind for me. Watching her become obsessed with a toxic, abusive guy. When I visited Sweden last, he gave Mel an ultimatum to divorce me and then threatened to kill himself when she didn't do it, among 20 other abusive, manipulative things he's done, and endlessly make excuses for him, so I'm out. Anyway, have fun with movies for 3 days. Good luck. See you on the 9th or the 10th. And it said, Josh, yeah, me discovering boundaries was the death knell in this relationship. This girls, let's see.
Holy, nigga going through it.
I wanted a massive therapy session to see if I could express myself better, but blah, blah, blah. Mel just wants validation, and this guy's willing to do anything for her. Well, that's the thing about an open relationship, right? Like, you're almost hoping that the other person doesn't catch feelings for somebody else or gets into an entanglement or a situation where the other person kind of needs them, right? And now they're having multiple relationships that's going to jeopardize the main relationship, and obviously with them, they're married. Except when you look at, this is why, again, not to like go back to some fresh and fit like ideas, because I know people are like, oh, that's red pill like ideology. This is why they usually say sport, which is the idea of just random people, but not essentially falling in love or catching feelings, is easier for men to do than women. It was interesting to see in this open relationship where the woman, like Myron usually says, yo, it's open on my end, closed on her end. And one of the reasons he says that is because if your girl is with a bunch of other dudes, she gonna fall in love with one of them. You get me? Like I'm pretty sure Cassie fell in love. Let me not use Cassie. Bad timing. But yeah. Damn, is that Pluto? Okay, I gotta go let him out for a second. Eventually she was going to probably like fall in love with another nigga down, and I guess that's what Destiny's saying. Now Destiny was probably looking at it like he got the best of both worlds. He loves his girl, fucks her when she's around, but when she's not around, he gets to have his pick of the litter. He's a lit entertainer who other women are coming at, so he gets to have variety of different put, right? But he still got his main girl. He gives her the same opportunity, and yeah, like just on a biology level, women don't want to fuck 50 different dudes. You get what I mean? If a woman wants 50 different dudes, we just call them Selena Powell. You're a whore. You feel me? Women usually want to find that one guy that she could consistently, right? So now, I guess Destiny's wife goes to France, catch one of them Francois and like wee and all that. They are giving her the pee-pee. And now, he's kind of stuck to the chick, and she's a little bit stuck to him too. And it's Destiny because that's his wife being stuck with another dude. Okay. Mel wants validation. This guy's willing to do anything. Everything revolves around her. He changes his sleep schedule. So basically, every woman wants to find this ideal man. Every man wants to find this ideal woman. I guess she found a guy who will do anything for her to appease her. And that makes him a little bit more attractive than her husband, who probably, doesn't do everything to appease her. Right? So her husband is mad that the new is doing everything in his power to try to get her. But that's usually the case when you're trying to get a girl. At first, you try to you're trying to impress her. By the time you get her, you just be like, man, deal with my book. Anyway, it says, I'll touch on that a little, but yeah, the boundaries and everything in my relationships are absolutely insane. But I never complained publicly because I didn't want to make Melina look bad. I'm fine. This is the last toxic holdover I have from my past, so from here, it's all good for me. I didn't want to complain because I don't want to make my wife look bad because we're supposed to be a married team. But she has had no problem dumping on me to literally dozens and dozens of people over the past years. So funny saying another blah, 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 saying another Bob when not realizing there was like 50 Bobs. What? 50 niggas fuck his wife? Holy. So the problem isn't the person being manipulated. The problem is big difference in how we treat our spouse. If girls want to get close to me historically, they know the only way they could ever do it was sometimes by exaggerating how much they liked Melina, because shitting on Melina or attacking my wife gets you instantly cut off. So I guess he's saying, I knew the boundaries. I can't fall in love where I can't like no other girl because I'm married. So anytime a girl wants to get close to me, they got to suck up to my wife because that's the only way they can be close to me. And I guess he's saying in the opposite realm, she's entertaining a dude who's trying to get her away from him. Let me continue. And by the way, I know some of you guys might not be familiar with Destiny. Like, he's a huge internet creator, and he's been in a very public, open relationship. And I think people always wanted to know how it was behind the scenes and how it would turn out. Looked like it's not turning out too good at this point. So, but for Melina, the way to get closer to her was always by shitting on me, because she loved the emotional validation of people. And it's always been like that for women. If you want to get close to a woman, like, play the almost. That's why when your girl says she has a friend and he ain't gay, or usually she'll call him gay to make you feel comfortable, she's about you to him. And if that says, damn, he is a piece of shit. Damn, he ain't want to like drive 500 miles to go get you that cheesecake or whatever to make you happy. Oh my God, like, he's intolerable. He's so selfish. I do that. So it's easier to chick when you listen to her complain about the wrong that the nigga she with is doing. So it's kind of like a winning strategy. You got to shit on her man, because women like to complain about their man to other people. Cool. Shit on me because she loved the emotional validation of people, making her feel that way. Feeling like every single problem in the relationship was my fault. Because I had a toxic problem with blaming myself for every single problem ever in my relationships. So I figured it was something that was wrong. It was always on me to fix it. They seemed okay because 3 days ago, Mel was supposed to leave forever. This guy did something else insanely toxic and horrible. Then Mel kind of warmed up to what I was asking for. Then in a day, she forgave everything, and again, now is back in it. So something that all of her shit needs to be gone before I'm back on something. But for Melina, I think this is the last one. But for Melina, the way to... Okay, here we go. Wait. Oh, before I'm back on the 9th? Okay. So it looked like he says he's not streaming until him and his wife separate. I don't know if they're divorcing, but apparently they had an agreement that both could other people. They have an open relationship, but they had boundaries. They had to like tell each other and not fall in love or like too many other girls or like other people, but also they couldn't fuck people that didn't like their spouse, which was kind of, interesting. And apparently it didn't work.
Shorty digmatized, bro. It's over with.
Yeah, she found a ran stuff for shit out of her, man.
What? Gave her some wee, bro. It was over
with. That's so interesting. Have you ever heard her speak about,
Destiny, in a digital soliloquy reminiscent of a Shakespearean monologue, unveils the inner sanctum of his mental tribulations over the past 2 months and 2 weeks. His proclamation not to nuke Melina becomes a metaphorical refrain, a vow to refrain from unleashing a scorched earth of digital vitriol. Yet, Destiny's assertion that Melina succumbed to the allure of a toxic suitor, a Machiavellian manipulator who wielded ultimatums like a digital Excalibur, unfolds as a veritable tragedy in the annals of love and loss. DJ Akademiks, adorned with the rhetorical regalia of hip-hop cadence, ventures into the labyrinth of open relationships, dissecting the complex dynamics that weave a tapestry of emotional entanglements. His speculation, a lyrical pondering, suggests that the pursuit of variety may lead to a cacophony of emotions, with women seeking a steady partner in the grand hip-hop symphony, while men explore the myriad beats of life. The maestro of digital punditry raises the curtain on the theatrics of emotional validation, asserting that Melina, in her quest for solace, painted Destiny in the chiaroscuro of negativity. The dance of deception becomes a masquerade, with women, in a Machiavellian ballet, donning masks of grievances to attract sympathetic partners. It's a rhetorical nod to the ancient art of emotional subterfuge, where alliances are forged in the crucible of shared discontent. DJ Akademiks, in his verbal alchemy, touches upon the perennial wisdom that women often employ the art of complaint as a strategic gambit to garner support. The lyrical lamentations, akin to the plaintive verses of a ballad, become a conduit for connection, a subtle dance where shared grievances become the rhythm that binds hearts in the tapestry of understanding. In the complex dance of human relationships, open relationships emerge as a nuanced choreography where traditional norms yield to the polyphonic strains of unconventional dynamics. Yet, this romantic experiment, akin to navigating a labyrinth without a map, often encounters pitfalls and challenges that contribute to a seemingly high failure rate. The intricacies of open relationships are like a delicate waltz on a tightrope, requiring balance, communication, and emotional intelligence. The primary challenge lies in the inherent human tendency towards jealousy and possessiveness. Open relationships demand a level of emotional maturity and security that can be elusive for many. The specter of jealousy, akin to a relentless specter, often haunts the corridors of open relationships, leading to emotional discord and ultimately contributing to their demise. The idiom green-eyed monster finds resonance here, embodying the envy that can corrode the foundations of even the most well-intentioned open partnerships. Communication, or the lack thereof, stands as another formidable hurdle in the open relationship arena. The intricate dance of multiple partners necessitates a level of transparency and openness that proves elusive for some. The failure to articulate boundaries, expectations, and emotional needs becomes a silent assassin, eroding the foundations of trust and understanding. The proverb "silence is golden" does not hold in the context of open relationships, where communication is the lifeblood that sustains the intricate web of connections. Moreover, societal conditioning and the weight of cultural expectations cast a long shadow over the viability of open relationships. The deeply ingrained notion of monogamy as the societal norm exerts a subtle influence, fostering a sense of guilt or shame in those who deviate from this established script. The cultural idiom "old habits die hard" becomes particularly pertinent, underscoring the challenge of unshackling oneself from centuries-old norms that dictate the parameters of acceptable relationship models. To improve the failure rate of open relationships, a paradigm shift in societal attitudes is imperative. Cultivating an environment that encourages open dialogue about alternative relationship structures, devoid of judgment or prejudice, would foster a sense of acceptance and empowerment. The cultural tapestry must be rewoven to include diverse narratives, allowing individuals to explore relationship dynamics that align with their authentic selves without fear of societal condemnation. Education also plays a pivotal role in addressing the challenges of open relationships. Couples engaging in this relational experiment should equip themselves with the tools to navigate complexities, such as effective communication strategies, boundary-setting techniques, and emotional resilience. Like a scholarly pursuit, learning the intricacies of open relationships becomes a pathway to success. Furthermore, embracing emotional intelligence as a cornerstone of open relationships is essential. Developing the ability to manage and express emotions, both individually and collectively, fosters an environment of empathy, understanding, and mutual support. The adage "know thyself" becomes a guiding principle, encouraging individuals to delve into their emotional landscapes and cultivate the self-awareness required for the intricacies of open partnerships. The digital sage further notes destiny's propensity to shoulder the blame for every relational tempest, a Sisyphean burden reminiscent of ancient Greek tragedies. Destiny's self-flagellation becomes a modern echo of Oedipus, seeking to unravel the riddles of his own demise. It's a poignant reminder that in the digital amphitheater, the lines between protagonist and antagonist blur, and the narratives we weave become intricate tragedies of our own making. However, in the lyrical mosaic, one cannot escape the undertones of skepticism. The DJ, with a raised eyebrow in the digital booth, speculates on the ulterior motives of women who profess their admiration for Melina. Loyalty, akin to a sacred vow, becomes the gold standard in the hip-hop sanctum, and DJ Akademiks, the vigilant gatekeeper, sees through the veneer of ostensible affection. In this rhetorical odyssey, DJ Akademiks unfolds a digital fable, a tale of love and betrayal woven in the intricate rhythms of hip-hop cadence. The proverbs and idioms, like rhythmic beats, underscore the timeless themes of human relationships, where loyalty, manipulation, and emotional subterfuge become the poetic verses in the hip-hop ballad of love and loss. Yet, in the end, the DJ, with a knowing nod, sets the tone for destiny to reclaim the narrative and determine the cadence of his own digital symphony.